Is Emerson saying that adult people are blind, that we cannot see the sun? No, he's not saying that. What he's saying is that we're not able to see it in terms of awe and reverence, right? We've lost the sublime. We've lost the awareness of these different parts in our lives that are moments for transcendence that allow us to become something bigger than we are. Nature's inviting to an intercourse with itself to become something better as we reach out for these transcendent experiences and moments. One way to think about few adult persons can see nature. This was several years ago. It was the spring, and I was riding with a friend, and we were going through, the area, and the South in the spring is just, it's just an orgy of colors and smells. I just love it. The azaleas are blooming, right? And then the dogwood trees are blooming, and then the trees are leafed out. Everything, right after you go through winter, and then boom, you hit spring. And we were driving along, and I was like, I was overcome by all of this, and I was like, stop. Wow, look at this, look. And he was, what are you talking about? And I was like, the dogwood trees and the azaleas, and how light green the trees are. The green is a new green. It's not a deep green of summer, but it's a new green. And he stopped and he looked around, and then he looked back at me, and then he said, okay. He didn't see nature. He could see it, but he wasn't able to take it in. It wasn't able to shine into his heart like we are when we were children. If you've ever had experiences with little kids, and the best thing to do with little kids is just take them outside into the backyard, and you're just walking around. I can remember my daughters, and they would pick up something, and they'd say, Daddy, what's this? Oh, I'd say, it's a stick. A stick! Wow! Right, you've had moments like that? You can, yeah. And they say, what's this on the stick, Daddy? And I'd look, oh, it's moss. Moss. Wow, it's green and the stick is brown. Look, Daddy, right? That sense of just excitement, right? Everything is just bliss. And there's just, amazing. So that is what Emerson is talking about. Now, further in this same passage, Emerson is going to hit something that is amazing. In the woods, we return to reason and faith. There I feel that nothing can befall me in life, no disgrace, no calamity, leaving me my eyes, which nature cannot repair. Standing on the bare ground, my head bathed in the blithe air, and uplifted into infinite space, all mean egotism vanishes. I become a transparent eyeball. I am nothing. I see all. The currents of the universal being circulate through me. I am part or particle of God. What happens? What just happened? Boom. Emerson's recording as best as he can transcendence. Where is he? The woods, right? What is this? The catalyst for the sublime. He's experiencing, right? What is he experiencing? Awe, excitement. What's shutting off? The rational mind. Whoop, it's gone. What happens? He's dissipating. He's disappearing. He's becoming a transparent eyeball. Now, here's what I love about this image, right? An eyeball allows us to see. How do I see? And addition through my bifocals. How do I see? Through my eyes, right? But if you become a transparent eyeball, right? The transcendent spirit moves through us as well as around us, and we can see at the same time. What happens? I am nothing. We dissolve. I see all. The universal being circulates through me. Now, how is this different than Puritanism, right? When we were Orthodox Christianity. Influential thinker of the Puritans, John Calvin. This is heresy, right? The Puritans would try to grab Ralph Waldo Emerson, tie him to a stake with some witches, and burn him. What is he saying? I not only can experience the divine, I can come into contact with the divine by being in the woods. Right? For the Puritans, how can they come into contact with the divine? After death, when they reach heaven. What's happened? Man, we have moved so far, right? When we talked about epistemology and we listed out, right? As we move through American history, American literature, by studying literature, we can learn about religion and spirituality, psychology, sociology, right? All these ologies, all these isms. This is why the only thing you need to do in life is to read books. But Emerson is telling us, right? We don't need to do this anymore. We don't need to be retrospective. We don't need to write biographies and histories and criticism. We need to stop building the sepulchers of the fathers. We need to go out into nature. We need to become embosomed in nature. Because what is that going to do? That's going to take us from being an experienced, cynical adult, strip away all of that paint, chip it away. Let us become a child. See things as a child. Let nature move into our hearts. And of course, there's so many other gems in Emerson that we can't go through line by line. Well, we could, but we would have hours and hours of lecture videos to watch. And then, so here's something important, right? So then what would you be doing? What would you be doing? You'd be watching me yammering on and on and on about Emerson, when in fact, guess what Emerson is telling us? What is he telling us? Don't do that. Don't listen to that half-bald, half-dead man. Experience it for yourself. See it for yourself. New vision. This is what the transcendentalists are all about. This is just amazing. So that's what I want you to do. Encounter it for yourself.